Alright, so what's up guys? So we're out here on another run, out here doing this craziness. For all you guys who simply sit back, watch, admire, and enjoy, right? Do your thing with us. And because we're doing our thing, and so are you. And to be honest, today, some odd reason, we've had this throbbing headache. And we can even feel it right now with every step that we take. But you know what? Screw it, right? Because it's part of the mental battle of fitness. Because so much of this is in the mind. And so much of this is a mental construct. And that's what you got to realize. So without further ado, we're going to give you 4 ways to win the mental battle of fitness. And without further ado, we're gonna go into tip our way number 1 in order to win and quote unquote succeed as far as this mental battle is concerned. And you know, we might have mentioned it, that is to realize, you know, that everything is open to your perception of it. Because so much of this is a physical act, but in reality, on top of that physicality of the fitness exercise in particular is the mind. It's almost as if it's the gatekeeper to your success, right? Because you obviously have to realize that a lot of the work is going to be physical strain, but mentally you have to realize the big importance of it. So, you know, that comes with realizing that you have the power over your body, right? Because you are in control of your thoughts. But you can take a particular experience at the gym from a certain day as being positive or negative, right? It's up to your choosing. And now other people may have their certain opinions about it, and that eventually stems from their own personal choices, right? Because they chose to feel that way. And you know, their personal feelings and choosings are, you know, it's their opinion, right? They formulated that themselves, but you know, has little say as far as what you should actually feel about you and how you actually did, right? Because someone can watch you work out and say that you look terrible, you look weak. And you know, for some, you have to realize you could take it in as criticism, right? Because that's okay, right? Not everyone is gonna believe in you, believe in your vision, right? Look up to you, be proud, whatever it is that you have to think about. But you know, that's okay, because the good you could take as a compliment, right? That's easy. Anybody can pretty much do that. But the negativity, right? Those down days, and you know, that takes work. But also, like, your mind in and of itself is your biggest critic, right? For many, because you got to deal with it 24/7, right? It's always in, not necessarily your face because you can't see it, but it's literally a part of you. It's inescapable. So you might as well learn to deal with it, right? You're choosing over it. So really think about that, right? The choices you make in regards to how you feel, and that will give you the power that you need to make it, right? To strive for yourself and achieve your fitness goals, right? Mind over matter. So tip number 2 is to realize what's happening within your body mentally as you're working out, right? In particular, the dopamine that is, you know, being made or being created when you work out. Because you should know by now that when you work out, you get dopamine, and you also get these endorphins, right? Specifically, especially if you run, right? Because they're designed to mask pain, right? And when you have them, you feel high, right? Almost like your body's own natural painkillers. And once you realize that so much of it comes down to these chemicals, you can make those choices, right? Realize that at certain portions of your exercise routine, you are going to experience these feelings, right? Because it's almost impossible not to, right? So many people don't think that, they don't take that into account, because just like any other drug you take, right, whether it may be in pill form, injection, whatever you're doing, fitness is just like that, right? It gives you these certain chemical rushes throughout your brain, regardless of how big and strong you are, how much time you spend to it, how much tolerance you built up to it. That's why so many people are addicted to it, or some report, you know, they hate it because they get negative feelings. So understand what's going on in your head chemically, so forth, right? That's going to help you win the mental battle of that fitness. So really think about that, really consider it, because oftentimes what may appear as pain is really our body's way of trying to trick us, our mind's way of trying to trick our body, right? Or our thoughts into believing what is going on with our body. But if you realize that those endorphins are going to start to kick in pretty soon, you're going to know that that pain will be non-existent pretty much in a short period of time. So have that knowledge, be wise in that area, you'll come out on top. So tip number 3, in regards to your fitness goals, particularly winning the mental battle, the mind over body thing, is to write down and be very aware of your objectives. There's so many people don't do this, right? They just go into the gym just to do it, right? They just go about their business as an ordinary day. They just go with the flow. They don't understand really why they're there and what they're trying to do, right? Because it takes planning, right? It takes a skilled operation, right? Like, think about the military, right? They do tons of physical acts, especially physical fitness, and everything they do is planned and structured. And you know, you can argue that many of them are in top peak physical condition because it's a requirement. And you know, why not think like that? Why not add a little structure to your plan and so forth, right? So you can start seeing those results, right? And be like them, have that organization, right? Knowing what to do every day, right? Because they have one. So do that, right? Be organized, and you will be on your way. So tip number 4, as far as winning that mental battle of fitness, is to have role models, right? People you aspire to become, right? Not people you envy, right? There's so many people out there that envy super ripped and, you know, people in the best shape of their life, right? They're like, oh, he or she is probably on steroids, right? Or they're young, I'll never look like them. But if you simply look up to them and learn from them, there's so much benefit you can obtain, right? Because they're only there really to teach you, right? It's foolish to do the opposite, right? To not absorb what they have to teach, because it took a certain amount of work ethic, certain amount of drive, and so forth, right? To get to where they are today, right? It's not cut out for everybody, right? So many people are simply incapable of achieving it, right? And that's fine, that's okay. right? Because only a certain percentage can, right? It's tough. It's not the easiest thing in the world. So by realizing that, you're able to humble yourself and allow yourself to learn and gain knowledge from these people, right? Because that's what they're there for. And you know, having that motivation is going to give you the mental power in order to win in this area, this difficult realm of fitness. So doing that, you have the 4 ways, you know, to win the mental battle. Fitness. As always, we say thank you very much and goodbye.